Hello, hello, happy Monday. Phew, I lost track of time. I was going through and doing the drawing for my shares and comments from my last live, and all of a sudden I looked at the clock and I'm like, oh my goodness, it's 7 o'clock. I need to be going live right now. Welcome to Make It Monday Live. Just giving a little bit of time for some people to pop on and say hello. And then I make sure everything is working and everyone can hear me okay and see me okay. And so I always like to wait for those first few comments. There we go. We have a couple of them, Betty and Jean. Can you guys hear? I don't have tea tonight. I have my new favorite seasonal drink, cranberry ginger ale. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So every year at this time, I love either cranberry Sprite, but my favorite is cranberry Sierra Mist, and they do not have it in the stores around here. So I gave cranberry ginger ale a try, and I love it. So that's what I have tonight. That's what you hear jingling in my glass. All right, I'm seeing lots of people pop on. Welcome. How was everyone's Thanksgiving? I see a lot of people saying hello, telling me where they're from. Hey, Jody and Pat and Diana, and I saw Betty on here and Ramona, Kathy, Jean. Hello. Tell me, everyone, how your Thanksgiving was. My Thanksgiving was uneventful and quiet, but I would love to know how your Thanksgiving was. Share in the comments as we kind of go through this, and that gives everyone something to read. Oh, Jody says our vintage dinner was not good. Okay. I never got the update on that, Jody. So that sounds interesting. I have a couple of cards tonight that I'm sharing with you with some products that I'm featuring in my December class to go. So I'm really excited to roll that out. We've got a couple of prizes here. And I think that's all we have going on. We've got the last chance product sale starting in a couple of days. I'm going to be probably going live to give you the details about that. I don't want to try and cram it all in to tonight's video. So I'm going to do prizes here in just a minute. I see a couple people saying that they already shared my video. Thank you so much for sharing. That makes my heart happy. And that's one of the ways that you can, you have a chance to win a prize. So for those of you who are new to my videos, welcome. My name is Rose Grunwald. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up!, which is just a fancy way of saying I'm your creative coach. Usually I'm coming at you live in my stamping sweater, but it is really cold and kind of blustery here today. So I'm cozied up in my big oversized walleye fishing hoodie. I love fishing as much as I love stamping. I am coming at you tonight live from my stamping studio in New Holstein, Wisconsin. I live out in the country, which is how I came up with the name Country Cards by Rose. So if you are new, make sure that you say hello and tell me that you're new, that you're catching me live. Let me know in the comments. If you're catching the replay, let me know in the comments, because I give a prize away for viewers, and the only way for me to know that you viewed my video is for you to leave me a comment. So make sure that you leave me a comment if you are watching. Sarah said she had 5 days in a row off, which was the first time since the beginning of July. That sounds heavenly, Sarah. That sounds amazing. All right. I'm going to flip the camera around and we're going to do our prizes, and then we will get to stamping. I've also got some fun get to know you questions tonight. All right, I have two prizes tonight. I've got a half a pack of the 2020 to 2022 in color DSP It's the Bumblebee Cinnamon Cider Just Jade. We're using Just Jade tonight. Magenta Madness and Misty Moonlight, and that is for my viewers. And so the winner of that is Lisa Patton. Lisa, I don't have your address. I just know you're from Iowa based on your comment. But you can claim your prize by going to my website, which is listed down here at the bottom, www.rosegrunwald.com, kind of down here. And across the top is a link that says prize claim form. You can fill that out and I'll get all your information and send this in the mail. For sharing, I've got a brand new ink pad. So I've been upgrading my ink pads, and there's a couple that I had already upgraded that I did not need, and so I saved the extras for prizes. Never been opened. The color I have here is Petal Pink, and I am hopeful that my winner does not have this color. If you already have this color, then I just ask that you pay it forward and give it to someone who would appreciate getting a brand new, crisp, clean ink pad. Anyway, the winner of that is, for sharing my video, make sure you hit that share button. The winner is Bernetta Kirsten. So congratulations, Bernetta. I'm going to adjust my camera just a little bit because I feel like I'm putting my hands like way the heck out here to show you. So, okay, set my prizes aside. Tonight, we're stamping with the Biggest Wish stamp set. I love this one. I've actually used it quite a bit, but not necessarily on a video. So what I love about this one is how generic, or I should say how easily you can use this for so many occasions. I love the mixed font. You can mix these together. These are super easy to fussy cut if you need to fussy cut because of the size. It's a photopolymer stamp set, so you can see right through the images to be able to stamp over an image or behind an image or something along those lines. There's 11 stamps in this set. So my December class to go is featuring this stamp set. That's what we're using tonight. And you also get, in my December class to go, a half a pack of these silver and clear epoxy essentials. So these, I always include some sort of embellishment in my classes to go because you know that we need some bling. These are super fun. We've got silver and clear, and you'll get, like I said, a half a pack. So what you'll get is a half each of the silver and a half each of the clear. That's included in my class to go. What else do we have? You will also get a half a roll of this pretty flirty flamingo metallic ribbon. So half a roll is about 5 yards. That's included in my December class to go. You're also going to get a half a roll of the Just Jade and Gold metallic ribbon. Can you see how this is kind of blingy and shimmery? Both of these tie into bows really, really nicely. I love them both. So you'll get about 5 yards of that. And the reason I picked those ribbons is because they will coordinate perfectly with the, I'm not going to take all of these out, with the In Symmetry Designer Series paper. So you also get a half a pack of the pretty In Symmetry Designer Series paper. These are really fun, bright, but also subtle colors. There are some beautiful patterns in here. You can make masculine cards, you can make feminine cards, you can make whatever it is your little heart desires. And it's going to go really, really well with our simple kind of all occasions stamp set. So I like kind of the vintage look of this paper. I think it's gorgeous. And I thought it would be fun to pair this paper with something kind of outside of the suite. We all know it's hard to get our hands on some of the stuff that's in a suite because it's so darn popular. Now, a little sneak peek at some of the cards you'll get to make in the class. So here is a fun one. We've got some fun layers and some pretty bling. Of course, the inside will also be, you'll have an inside layer for it. Here's another one. Look at how well those layers go together. Aren't these gorgeous? Ooh, and I love this one. This one doesn't open up, it doesn't go all the way to the edge. Isn't that pretty? All these fun colors. So that's a few of the cards. You'll get to make 12 cards total, 2 each of 6 designs. And tonight I'm going to show you 2 more. The 2 cards I'm showing you tonight are included in a bonus tutorial that my VIPs get. So, all right, we've got some simple cards. You know that I love my simple stamping, but just because it's simple doesn't mean it's not pretty. Okay, we're going to get started with some very vanilla thick cardstock. Now, I want to know how many of you watching have totally forgotten about our good friend, Very Vanilla. Because I am guilty of forgetting about our good friend, Very Vanilla. I have to be honest with you. Now, whenever I'm using the thick cardstock, I really like to score my fold line. Normally under like normal cardstock, I don't score it when I'm just doing a regular hamburger fold card, but with the thick, I do. I find I just get a nice crisp fold, a bit easier when I score the Very Vanilla thick. So if you are, okay, there's Diana saying, I forget about Very Vanilla too. Yes, totally. I forget about it. I started using it with the Painted Christmas Designer Series paper, and it just looked so darn gorgeous. I was sad that I had forgotten about it. Okay, we also have a strip of our Designer Series paper. You can use whatever side you want. I think I'm going to use this pretty flower side. And then we need our hello. So I'm going to mount that. And friend. I'm just going to keep this a nice generic card. Kind of an all occasions card, I'll call it. So last week I asked this question, and I love this question, so I'm going to ask it again. I would like to know, what Stampin' Up! Colors did you wear today? Or are you wearing now if you forgot what you wore today? Okay, so we are going to stamp on here. I got to think about what colors I want. I want to bring in a couple colors from this pretty paper. What do we think? We've got Flirty Flamingo. We have Bumblebee, Just Jade. I think this might be Calypso Coral and Night of Navy. Should we do Calypso Coral and Night of Navy? That sounds good. Let me see. I gotta find my coral. Why can't I find it? Here we go. Yeah, Calypso Coral. Oh, here we go. Misty Moonlight, Night of Navy, Basic Gray, Polished Pink, Pacific Point, and Basic Gray. Ooh, that sounds pretty. Whenever I look through my closet, I always think of my colors in Stampin' Up! Colors. Does anyone else do that? Today I wore Smoky Slate and Night of Navy and Basic Gray. Okay, I'm going to stamp off to lighten the tone here of my stamp. And then I'm going to come in here and stamp our sentiment just like this. Hello. And then we're going to bring in my Knight of Navy. And I'm going to stamp friend over the top. Hello, friend. This card's going to be so simple. I think you're going to love it. Okay, now our choir director had on an evening evergreen shirt. At least that's what I told him it was. Yes. Oh my gosh, Sharon, look at your fun colors. Pool Party, Balmy Blue, Granny Apple Green, Highland Heather. Love it. Ramona asks, what do you do for your day job? Oh, that's the question. So I work for a company that is in the energy industry and distribution industry, and I lead the credit department for that company. So I've got a team. There's 10 of us total, and we assess credit risk and assign credit lines to our customers so that they can purchase products from us. Yeah, so it's a 9-to-5 type of job, and it can be quite stressful, but it also can be quite fun. All right, now I gotta pair one of these ribbons with this. I think I want to go and bring out the pinks and the corals with my Flirty Flamingo. I think this other one is just a little too dark. So if anyone disagrees, let me know right away, because I plan to use this pretty flamingo one. I gotta get my light in here. All set. Betty, I think I'm gonna have to get this set. Yeah, this one is a really good neutral. As soon as I saw it in the catalog, I thought I shouldn't call it neutral. All occasions is a better way to describe it. All right. So now I have to do my typical cutting too much ribbon so I can tie a bow. Yes, agreed. The other one gets lost. Okay, good. I made a good choice. You know, when you're like teaching kids and you tell them to make good choices, feel like I made a good choice. Okay, so now we're just going to take our ribbon, put it right over our designer series paper, and tie it in a bow. Now, the designer series paper really provides kind of the focal image here for our card, our pretty colors and patterns. So that is my get to know you question number 2 of the night. I think Stampin' Up! Colors is going to have to become a regular question of mine because I love seeing all the fun color combinations. But my get to know you question number 2, I want to know, are you a DSP hoarder or a DSP user? So do you use your DSP on your cards, or do you save it and hoard it and keep it around? I used to be a hoarder. Now I'm a user. However, I sometimes end up buying more DSP than I can use, which then sort of makes me a hoarder. So let me see how that kind of goes. I'm just arranging my bow here. to get my links right. There. This is pretty simple. Hoard more than use, both. Definitely a hoarder. Beginning to use my paper more frequently. Oh, I'm a user and I always buy too much too, Sarah. It's like, I can't say no to pretty paper. Okay, now we need some bling. So let me grab some of these fun clear epoxy essentials. Again, included in my class. Look at how simple this is. You've got a strip of that paper left over, just use it, no problem. You can stamp the inside, write a nice little note. But our first card is done already. I mean, that's pretty darn easy if you ask me. Now we could dress it up a little bit. I think we could do that. Should we do a little spritzing? There we go. Okay. So we got some of that. We could do a little with our Night of Navy. That's fun. But that's a pretty simple card. I promise you, every single person watching this video can make this card. And here's what's cool. You can get a totally different look just by flipping over the designer series paper or swapping out the colors of your ink. So this is simple. What's really funny is that this one looks like on my video, like when it's far away, like it's Night of Navy, but it isn't. It's just jade with, I think, Blushing Bride I used on that one. And here you can see a close-up with our ink splatters. So that's pretty fun, huh? You can make 100 of these cards. I especially like, I could see like thanks friend or just thanks or even just thanks right here. And you can make up 100 of them and have them on hand when you need a thank you card. Have fun swapping out your colors. Okay, so that is card number 1 for us tonight. And now we're going to move on to card number 2. All right, now for this card, I've done all the die cutting ahead of time, but I just want to take a minute and explain what dies I used. So I used my Scalloped Contours dies on the paper for my next card. So I took a piece of designer series paper, and what I did, I'm going to bring this closer. See how that bottom edge is stitched and scalloped? I used this curtainy stitch scallopy looking thingy from my Scallop Contours dies. So this is one of my must-haves. I use it a ton. It's nice and kind of all occasions, generic, that you can dress up your pretty layers with some stitching and some fun designs. So I used this scalloped edge. And then I also, out of a piece of Very Vanilla, we're using Very Vanilla again. I find that that color goes really, really well with this paper. I used this second biggest one. And what's cool is it looks scalloped, and then it's like, oh, what are these lines here? Well, they kind of cut out so that you can kind of see through them to the next paper. So I already have die cut that for this card. And this one we're going to make into a birthday card. So let me, I should have cleaned off my stamp set. I didn't, so we're going to do that now. If you don't have a Stampin' Chamois or Simply Chamois, you need to get one because it's amazing. All you need is water to rinse it out and clean it up and keep your stamps clean. And it works really, really great. Okay, so we're going to use Happy. Just get this mounted here quick. I cleaned my blocks this past weekend. Everything sticks to it now so great. Okay, and then we've got birthday. I don't think birthday's going to fit on that one. Let's see if it fits on this one. Yes, it does. Happy and birthday. All right. Now, okay, I need to do some stamping with some of the fun colors in here. I see we've got Flirty Flamingo, it looks like Blushing Bride, Just Jade, Bumblebee. I think I want to pull this Blushing Bride in again, so let's grab that. Ooh, Diana loves her chamois, absolutely. Are we ready for my next getting to know you question? Okay, this is a juicy ink pad. Holy cow. One of my new ones. It's pretty juicy. Okay, I'm going to need to clean this off a little bit because I've got some kind of foam. I don't know if I want to use this one. I need to kind of, there, that one's okay. Okay, so here we go. Happy. There we go. With Blushing Bride. Okay, my next question. Who has their Christmas tree up? And do you put up an artificial tree or a real tree? Well, that's my next question. Artificial tree or real tree? And do you have your tree up yet? Okay, we're going to use Night of Navy for a fun cursive birthday. And I'm just going to put that right over the top of our words again. See how easy that is? Happy birthday. Love it. Okay. Now for our card base, we've got Very Vanilla Thick again. Now, usually I give you the sizes for these layers. I'm not tonight because these cards are part of a bonus tutorial that my VIPs get. And you become a VIP either by joining my team or purchasing something from my online catalog. So my VIPs get a tutorial for these 2 cards and 2 others that is private, and only they get that tutorial. So let's see. Real tree, no. We are putting in new floors. Ooh, that's going to be fun to have new floors on a tree. Artificial, but I'm not putting it up. I'm going to North Carolina for Christmas. That sounds fun. Betty, don't do a tree, but setting up my Christmas village in the shape of a tree. I have seen that on Facebook. I think I've seen where they put up a village and they kind of tier it so it looks like a tree. That sounds really fun. Okay, so we have got our designer series paper, and we're just going to glue that right onto our card base. I'm using my seal, Stampin' Seal. You know that's my favorite adhesive. So smooth and quiet, and it's really high quality and sticks well. Really, any of the adhesives that Stampin' Up! Sells are super high quality and stick really well. And then I've got a strip of Night of Navy that I'm going to put right over the top here to bring out some of the Night of Navy in that fun pattern. So let's glue that down. This is probably way more glue than I need, but okay, so we are going to, I don't know, I must have cut that a little short. Should be as long as your card is, but I see we have just a little peeking out over the edges. That's okay. All right, next we need to choose our ribbon. So we can go with our Flirty Flamingo or our Just Jade. What do we think? What one do you like better? I think the Flirty Flamingo kind of pops a little bit more, but it would be fun to bring out the Jade with the Just Jade of that designer series paper. Oh, I see one vote for Just Jade. I kind of like how it's dark and rich, and we already used this. Sue's also going to North Carolina. Oh, I got another vote for Jade. Yeah, I think that Jade looks really pretty, so we're going to go with that. Here's another vote for Jade. Okay, good. Now we get to use one of each of these, huh? What fun. Okay. So I am going to just wrap this around. And then I will tie this in a bow. And you saw on my last card, and now you're seeing here with this Jade, this ribbon is really easy to tie. It's smooth, so it pulls easy through the loops, which is really nice when you want to tie a bow. You always want to cut the ends of that ribbon off at an angle. And then it's also cool because you can see it right on the inside. Okay, then we're going to grab our kind of label that we cut out here, and we are going to, just want to adjust this, attach it right over the top here on dimensionals. So I'm going to grab this and put one in each corner. Oh, I see a lot of votes for Just Jade. Okay, good. I mean, we made the right choice. All right, so now we're putting this on. And we're almost done. We need some bling. I think the silver will be pretty this time. What do you think? Silver? It almost seems like, I know our Jade has gold flecks in it, but every once in a while it almost looks a little silvery to me too. So let's do our silver. 1, 2, 3. There is our second card. Now this one, again, you can mix and match the colors and the patterns of your pretty paper to get a totally different look, or even the different ribbons to get a totally different look. So simple extra cards that you're going to be able to make with the leftovers. If you don't have these dies, no problem. You can just use this designer series paper as a square. You could cut this as a square, or if you have another similar die cut for labels or tags, that would also work to do that die cutting. So there we have it. We have got the cards we made tonight. Made these, and here are some alternates using the different patterns. Super easy, right? Now, if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to earn your business. When you shop from my online store, that helps to support my small business so that I can keep bringing you inspiration and ideas and free lives like this. You can shop my store, this link right down here, www.rosegrunwald.com. And my host code this month is right here, this PNKUM9VD. If your order is under 150, please use that host code. That's what helps me to get the prizes for the shares and the comments and the likes and everything like that. Now, if your order is over 150, you really should think about doing this Start with Savings bundle that's going on for today and tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last day, where you pay only $75, but you get to pick $125 worth of product, and you join my team when you do that. And then you get all of my PDFs and classes, the PDFs for my classes for free. And then you'll get a 20% discount on your products going forward. Now, I know that there isn't a lot of time left in that deal or in that sale. So I'm going to switch my camera here. If that's something you have questions about, send me a DM or email me at countrycardsbyrose@gmail.com, and I can help you out with all of your questions. Diana says, I passed this DSP, but the way you're using it makes me more interested. Yeah, I wasn't sure with the patterns, so I liked to kind of use strips of it and smaller pieces and pair it with solids, and I thought that it went really, really well with that. So sometimes those busy patterns, I find if you combine them with solid colors, they really pop, and that's what I did with this designer series paper, Diana. So that's a really good comment. All right, I am signing off for the night and looking forward to snuggling up before bed and keeping warm and maybe watching a little bit of The Bachelorette. I hope you all have a great, oh, that's tomorrow. Oh, anyway, I hope you all have a great rest of your evening. And I'll be live again right here next Monday to stamp with you some more. So thanks again for joining me, and I'll be stamping with you all soon. Bye, everyone.